What's going on, everyone? My name is D. Anthony. I am a full-time options day trader. So what I want to kind of show you guys, I took 2 day trades on Tesla. One of them was to the short side. The other one was to the long side. And what I actually did on those was I took 0 days till expiration, $840 calls on the long play, and I took $860 puts on the short play. The shorts, I was actually able to make $1,500 on those option contracts. And on the long side of things, I held it a little bit longer, waited for a little bit bigger of a move, and I made $3,600 on those contracts. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and dive into the technicals and to what I was exactly looking for. So we can just pretty much see on the chart here, this orange line that I have here is the 200-day moving average on the 5-minute time frame. The purple line is going to be the 20-period moving average, which is a 20 SMA on the 5-minute time frame. So what I was looking at here was this pre-market action, and the level that I was looking at here was a possible washout below 872. Now, mind you, I took $860 strikes, so we're going to get into why I took those $860 strikes in just a moment and where exactly was my entry. So we can see here, as we opened up at 630, we put in a little range and came down to test these pre-market lows, and we put in this upper range here at around 886. So we had an initial average true daily range on the 5-minute time frame of 872 to 886. So obviously what I would be looking for to the long side was a break over 886 and a confirmation over the 200-day moving average, and I would have taken a potential long position here off the bell and then tried to ride this into the next area of resistance, which would have been $902. That did not happen. As we came down here and tested the pre-market lows, we got this initial flush 5 minutes after the bell, right? So as soon as we got this initial flush through pre-market lows, what I was then waiting for was a bounce. I knew that we just taken out those pre-market lows, and I knew that if the market was going to continue to be weak, we were going to have a little bit of a bounce before I felt comfortable getting in. So I waited for this consolidation. I seen the candle starting to turn green. And mind you guys, this is just going to come from experience, doing these same plays over and over and over. I trade Tesla a lot, and I also use the same kind of 3-4 strategies each and every single day. So when as they are setting up and I can see them play out, I can identify them very, very quickly. So after we got this washout below pre-market lows, I was looking for that bounce. What I wanted to see was a rejection at the 20-day moving average or the 200-day moving average. As we come up into this 20-day moving average, we did close above it and quickly could not confirm to go higher. If we would have went higher above 880, it would have taken us into the 200-day moving average. I still would not have felt comfortable going long until we cleared that 200. As I seen us show a little bit of rejection here, and we lost this 20-day moving average here at around 872 and started breaking down below those pre-market lows. What I wanted to do was take out that initial flush. Okay, so that initial flush is $861.10, and that's exactly why I took $860 puts. I told myself we had this initial flush, we had a nice bounce. If this could consolidate and lose this level, I'm going to take a short position and potentially ride this down to the next area of demand. As soon as we crossed and broke through this level, I went ahead and I got short on this candle here at 7:20 a.m. Current stock price was starting off at around 862, and as we broke that, we sort of slowly started to trickle around, and it was right around this time here when I started thinking to myself, if we pop back over, I'm going to just cut this trade. And sure enough, as this started to get weaker and weaker and weaker, obviously trading below the 20 SMA, we got this initial flush. I did not wait to sell out all the way down here at 841. I wish I would have held those contracts a lot longer because I only took $1,500 on this play. I did have 5 options contracts. As soon as this candle here at 755 started to kind of break and close below these wicks, when this new candle opened up at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it started to build below, I quickly sold. And why did I do that? Because the market it's just, it's whipsawy. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. It's showing you good flushes and then it snaps back. It's showing you good breakouts and then it pulls in. So I just kind of wanted to stay a little bit more on the cautious side. I let this thing kind of do its I let the stock do its thing kind of pretty much all day. And when I started seeing the overall market on the NASDAQ future start to turn around, I really started to get interested here when we were trading below the 20 period moving average and we kept reclaiming it, losing it, reclaiming it, losing it. And I told myself, you know what, I'm going to give myself a little bit of an opportunity here. And I'm going to go ahead and try to, play this for a potential bounce, right? So what I was going to do is I was going to use these lows as a stop. And this is exactly what I did. So I told myself mentally, this consolidation that we've been doing, we have not lost this low of 837.60. What I'm going to do is the next time we close, which is this candle here at 11:10 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, the next time we get a close over the 20 SMA, I'm going to go ahead and take my risk. 0 days till expiration. Premiums are starting to come down, so these contracts are getting a little bit cheaper. I'm going to go ahead and take my risk. I'm going to take my shot here. I'm going to take my shot and I'm going to try to bounce this play. Obviously, from 844 to 837 is quite a bit of risk on options contracts, especially 0 days to expiration. But you have to be comfortable. I'm comfortable enough with the way Tesla moves and the price action that, if this is your first time ever playing Tesla, or you normally don't play Tesla, and it starts going up and down, up and down, up and down, it can kind of get you a little bit nervous. But you like, at the end of the day, is the more times you trade one particular stock, the better you're going to become at it. The more you're going to understand the way that it moves. And with that being said, I'm pretty comfortable with the way Tesla moves, and I'm also okay with the risk. So meaning that if this was to fail and come down and lose 837, I could have no problem from a mentality standpoint and an ego standpoint of just cutting the trade and wiping out my loss and saying, hey, you know what? The stock got the best of me. I lost this trade. And I think a lot of times us traders, especially newer traders, when you get into a play and let's say it doesn't go your way, you have a very, very hard time of letting go. And I'm just going to kind of give like general advice. If you have a hard time letting go of a losing trade, it's going to take you a very, very long time to become successful. The sooner you can get over that is the sooner that you can be more successful. Being that the options premiums were a little bit cheaper at this time, I went ahead and I took 10 options contracts on Tesla, and it cost me right around $7,800, $8,000 for the 10. They were trading for around $775, $760 at the time. And as soon as I got in here, I started to see the NASDAQ futures really start to get aggressive and start building. So when I mean building, they started to spike up higher. And as they started to spike up higher, Tesla sort of started to follow with that. I kind of just let it ride, and I sold in the middle of this candle here in between like 854, 856. I wish I would have held it all the way to the top, but you can never top ticket, and this was a fantastic trade. I ended up walking away with $3,600 on those 10 options contracts, so not bad for a Friday. Guys, if you want to trade with me intraday and you want access to these levels and the entries that I'm using intraday, join my Discord. That link is down in the description box below. I hope to see you guys all next week in the Discord so we can all trade live together, make money, whether we're going to go long or short. The market is very, very volatile right now, and it's extremely wild. So there's opportunities to make money long and short. I hope this video kind of helps you guys out. Do me a favor, smash this like button. Also subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to see you guys all in the next trading video.